or spa water for free. Lulu.
We have safely arrived on a Tuesday, 24th day of October, 2023. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for starting your day with us. It is 39 degrees here in the big city. That's about normal. Hits 63 on Monday. Ain't going to be anywhere near 63 today. Here it comes. The cold front, well advertised, bringing in some very cold, very moist air, significant snow in the mountain passes. Waterville, you're going to get 2, maybe 3 inches of snow. A little bit of snow here in the Wenatchee Valley by this time tomorrow. That's where it's going to be. Snow level is going to drop down to about 1,700 feet, and it's going to be there right about 7 o'clock Wednesday morning. It's going to start out with rain, and then a rain-snow mix and a little bit of just plain snow. And then as it exits the region, Wednesday afternoon, it's going to usher in a whole bunch of cold air, and it's going to get really cold, especially those overnight lows in the 20s. Record-breaking possible low temperatures by the weekend. So the very first skiff of snow is knocking on our doorstep. We have a lot of weather to talk about. We will do so to kick off this program. Plus news, plus sports. The Rangers win the American League pennant. They beat the Astros in Houston, so they will represent the American League in the 119th edition of the World Series. Who will represent the National League? We'll know by this time tomorrow. The Diamondbacks and the Phillies will play Game 7. And everything else you need to know in sports, including an injury update, a significant injury from the Seahawk defensive line. We'll have that too. And in the back half of the program, Dory Foster will be my guest. She is the CEO of the Wenatchee Valley YMCA, and their capital campaign to build a brand new headquarters. Their old building is 113 years old, the one just down the street from our studios. It's done. It's outlived its usefulness and has for about 30 years. As you well know by now, they've worked with the Chelan PUD and the Chelan-Douglas Regional Port Authority to buy that property where the PUD is moving out. And now they just need to get money. Dory will talk about their dreams and aspirations and how you can help the Wenatchee Valley YMCA in the back half of the program. And let's take our tour, as we're still a half an hour away from sunrise, so it's not nearly as light now than it was yesterday at this time. Sunrise 7:32, 1/2 hour from now. Sunset 5:57, 10 hours and 25 minutes of daylight today. We continue to lose a little over 2 minutes of daylight per day as we get closer to getting rid of daylight saving time and going back to standard time. This is just a couple of weekends away from the Wenatchee Heights camera. We say hello. Let's check in with our Omi Garden camera. Kind of just turn around the other way. This camera is about the same elevation as the cross camera. In fact, you can actually see the cross almost right smack dab in the middle of your screen. And so this is from Omi Gardens, looking the other direction, looking down to the south, to the Stimilk Complex, old station, what used to be Kai's Fiber. I forgot what they call themselves now. Good morning to the north side of the valley. To Lake Chelan we go. Yeah, the lake is down there somewhere. That's our Bear Mountain camera. I really don't even know where it's pointing at. Probably to Manson, I'm guessing there. That's on top of the, not far from the Bear Mountain Golf Resort on a high ridge there. So that big black spot in the bottom of your screen is the lake. And I think those lights that you see is Manson, although I'm not 100% sure. I don't quite have my bearings straight. But the Arundel Rock camera should be fairly visible, and it is. Hello to Lake Aniat, Turtle Rock, Rocky Reach Dam, a little bit of Omi Gardens, and the valley off into the distance. We have a lot of weather to talk about. First of all, a winter weather advisory begins at 11 o'clock tonight, goes until 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So get ready for a little bit of snow. Here in the Wenatchee Valley, maybe an inch. And again, the snow is expected to come down just about 7 o'clock tomorrow. It's going to start out as rain, then a rain-snow mix, and then snow, then back to a rain-snow mix. So there you go. Snow level is going to start out at 2,600 feet. It's going to drop down to about 1,700 feet early Wednesday morning. Up in Waterville, you could get 2 to 3 inches of snow up on the plateau. That's a distinct possibility. So, yeah, we could very well see some light snow that won't stick around, but a friendly reminder that winter is right around the corner. Now, for the mountain passes, they have a winter storm warning. Their magic number is 3,000 feet. 3,000 feet and above they're going to get a pretty good dumping. And as this cold system comes in from Vancouver Island with all that cold, moist air, well, folks, it's going to peter out by the time it gets to the Wenatchee Valley, but the mountains are going to get hammered. Stevens, you're going to get about between overnight tonight through Wednesday night, that 24-hour period, basically 10 o'clock tonight to 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Stevens, you're going to get 7 to 12 inches of snow. Snoqualmie, 3 to 6 inches of snow. Blewett, 6 to 10 inches of snow. So you will have some winter driving conditions in the mountain passes, and then the cold air settles in to the valley. We're talking the possibility of record overnight lows Friday night into Saturday, Saturday night into Sunday, Sunday night into Monday, mid-20s for the Wenatchee Valley. Other locations will see overnight lows in the teens. That includes to the north of us, the Omak-Okanagan area, Riverside, Pateros, Tonasket. You could see overnight lows in the teens, and if you're close to a large body of water, that's a possibility. We'll be in the mid-20s for the overnight low for the Wenatchee Valley. So you haven't blown out your sprinkler system yet, better do it. And break out the long underwear as well. All right, from the National Weather Service, a winter weather advisory begins at 11 o'clock tonight, goes through 11 o'clock Wednesday, that 24-hour period. Chance of rain increases as the day progresses. The clouds will be hanging around, and we're going to be a lot cooler today than yesterday. After 63 on Monday, we'll be lucky to get to 51, and needless to say, the sun's taking the day off. Rain in the overnight hours, 100% chance of rain tonight. So we are going to get rain, but it's going to be right about that 2,600 feet and below rain for tonight. The overnight low about 35. Wednesday, early morning, right around sunrise tomorrow, about 24 hours from now, could see some light snow as the snow level goes all the way down to 1,800 feet. We'll eventually warm up to near 40 degrees. Then we dry out Wednesday night and we start getting cold. 28 for the overnight low. Clouds on Thursday, high of 43, so we're going to see a 39. We're going to see a 20-degree difference between yesterday and Wednesday and Thursday for the afternoon highs. And look at the overnight lows as we get into the weekend. 25, 25, 26, 25. And the afternoon high temperatures will warm up to around normal, but those overnight lows well below normal. Getting ready for a little bit of light snow, folks. It's coming our way. Don't say you weren't warned. 7 minutes after the hour, the news is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Tuesday edition on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, this is Frank Kuntz, Mayor of the City of Wenatchee. Mike Poyer will make a great mayor. Mike is consistent, he's thoughtful, he shows up, he's prepared, and he always gets to the right answer. Mike just loves this town. He was born and raised here. He has a passion for making this place better, as we all do. And it's been a pleasure working with him on Wenatchee City Council for the past 4 years, and I just look forward to having him lead our city going forward. So join me in voting for Mike Poyer, Mayor.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Crystal's Intimate Lounge in downtown Leavenworth is a wonderful place to enjoy mouth-watering appetizers and drinks while socializing, watching sports, playing bingo, pull tabs, or simply relaxing while enjoying the breathtaking mountain views. Crystal's family-friendly restaurant has a warm environment to enhance your dining experience, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Crystal's restaurant, lounge, and event space is located 2 blocks west of downtown Leavenworth on Highway 2.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Hi, everybody. Dan Kuntz alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. My heat pump there's like steam coming out of it. It's making weird noises. Is this something I need to be concerned about?
No, Dan, that's normal operation. Refrigeration technology steals heat from the outside, transfers it to the inside, and it creates frost on your heat pump. The defrost cycle melts that off, which creates steam and a little bit of noise.
That makes sense. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Before we get into your headlines, just got a text from Rivercom that Grant Road is closed to all traffic in both directions from Valley Mall Parkway all the way up to Eastmont. Valley Mall Parkway at the bottom, Eastmont to the top. That length of Grant Road is closed to all traffic in all directions because of an accident, and they don't know when it's going to reopen. We're trying to get a shot of that, but again, Grant Road closed to all traffic from Valley Mall Parkway to Eastmont because of an unknown accident. That is, of course, a very heavily traveled stretch of roadway this time of the day, so make other arrangements. I'm sure 3rd Street and 9th Street and some of the others are going to see a lot more traffic because of that closure. We move forward. Jury selection got underway yesterday for the trial of Dalton Scott Potter. He is the man accused of shooting his former girlfriend to death along Badger Mountain Road last winter and then opening fire on witnesses. The 28-year-old Potter is charged with murder in the death of 38-year-old Alyssa Longwell last January. Now, at times, Potter has refused to answer questions or cooperate with judges in the case, even his own public defense attorneys. They're not quite getting along. Douglas County Prosecutor Gordon Edgar has filed a motion that asks that if Potter be barred from speaking out in court unless he's testifying, if Judge John Nodell agrees, an outburst could lead to Potter being barred from the courthouse in Waterville. His trial is expected to last a couple of weeks. 21 prosecution witnesses are expected to be called to testify. That Kashmir youth accused of making a school shooting threat last week has now been charged in juvenile court with harassment and one related charge. Chelan County prosecutors filed 1 count each on Monday of felony harassment and threats to bomb or injure property. The 17-year-old suspect remains in custody in lieu of a $750 bail. Sheriff's deputies say on October 18th, the youth told a classmate that he was going to open fire in Kashmir High School at a specific time the following day, and that she would be his first target. The classmate reported the threat later that evening. The juvenile was arrested at his home about 1 a.m. the following morning. He's due to be arraigned on November 2nd. Criminal charges against a Moses Lake man who was beaten into a coma by police in a case of mistaken identity. Those charges were dismissed with prejudice last week by a Grant County judge. Joseph Mario Zamora was tasered, punched in the back of the head, choked, and pepper sprayed during the 2017 arrest in which he was mistaken for a prowler. Grant County prosecutors then charged him with assault on a police officer. A jury convicted him. The Washington State Supreme Court last year overturned his conviction, saying, among other things, that prosecutor at the time, Garth Dano, pursued a racist line of questioning during that trial. Well, after that ruling, prosecutors charged him a second time with the same offense. However, on Tuesday, Judge Tyson Hill threw out the new charges, saying prosecutor Kevin McRae's office appeared to be acting vindictively. Kevin Hake, the officer who beat Zamora, is no longer with the Moses Lake Police Department. The Wenatchee's mayor's office has no incumbent in this election. Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz is stepping down after 12 years and 3 terms. So a former city council member and a current city council member are hoping to replace him. Mike Poyer and Brian Campbell sat down with their very own Jefferson Robbins to talk about the state of the city of Wenatchee from their point of view.
The state of Wenatchee needs a strong leader to, it is tough. It is tough for every city, and I believe most cities, and there's no exception. This is tough, and it's tough because we're used to certain things. We some people say, hey, we don't want to grow anymore, but yet there's state laws out there that says we do have to grow, and we have to bring in so much land and use into the city. It's frustrating. This is a tough commitment, and you're going to have knowledge. You have to have knowledge to know how to get financing to finish Confluence Parkway. And it's going to have to be a mayor that can go to legislation and explain their case. And it's the situation in Wenatchee this is perfect timing for me, to be honest with you, because I'm like all in. And that's what's going to be nice, nice, because I actually have goals, dedication, and that's what's going to be nice. I'm right at, and I have the knowledge, and that's what's fun. It's very exciting and fun. But we're in a position, we're in a pendulum right now. We're in a position of which direction are we going to go here?
I think we're at a real critical point. From what I'm seeing from the people, what the people are telling me, they're just at the breaking point. There's the people talking about moving out of town. There's the businesses that are being run out of town. Business owners are telling me that there's a lot of problems with the crime, with the homelessness. The customers are saying, it's a lot safer to shop online than to go downtown. We can't have that. So I think we're at a critical point that we've got to do something right away and get this crime under control and get these problems that they're just growing very rapidly, and the public is scared, and their voices need to be heard, and that's my job as the messenger, to be the voice of the people, to be accountable for the people, to come in and do the people's work and get our town back under control.
Again, you can see all of the interviews with all of the contested local races by going to our website, ncwlife.com. 2 of the 3 Chelan County commissioners are in our nation's capital to talk about all kinds of things involving Chelan County. They're meeting with Congresswoman Kim Schreier, who's down there, Tiffany Gehring, and Sean Smith. They're talking to Kim Schreier and other representatives in Congress. They're talking about federal funding programs for counties where the federal government controls public lands. About 78% of Chelan County is federally managed, meaning the county doesn't collect any property tax in those areas. But there are PILTs, the Payment in Lieu of Taxes program, that helps offset that funding gap. Commissioners also plan to speak with federal officials about the Department of the Interior's idea of reintroducing grizzly bears into the North Cascades. And Make a Difference Day is back this Saturday. No lack of things to choose from for Make a Difference Day projects. The local nonprofit Make a Difference Day folks are inviting you to come on down to the Wenatchee, to the Pybus Puppet Market. But there are a lot of ways you can participate in the community. The Pybus Puppet Market is the conduit for all of that stuff. You can help clean up a cemetery. You can help clean up Camp Zanikalachi, the Y Camp at Lake Wenatchee, clothing drive, campgrounds, whatever it is that you want to participate in. The full list of all the Make a Difference Day projects can be found by going to our website, ncwlife.com. That's the news. At 18 minutes after the hour, the news will come your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock tonight. 5, 6, and 10 on television. If that doesn't work for you, remember, we are streaming all the time. If you just go to our website, ncwlife.com, and click on the live stream, whatever's on TV right now pops right up. You can watch it that way. Or you can just watch it whenever you want to after 5 o'clock in the evening on our homepage, our Facebook page, or on our YouTube page. And if there's something out there you think warrants our attention, get a hold of us. Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. We know one half of the participants of the 119th World Series. It's the Rangers. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hey there, folks. Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese splints, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
One of the inland Northwest's most extraordinary four-wheeled beasts, the Honda SUV thrives in a diverse habitat. Comfortable in rugged terrain or roaming city streets, it can travel hundreds of miles on a surprisingly small amount of fuel. Fiercely protective of its young, the Honda SUV is known by its distinctive markings, CRV, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline, and can live happily for decades in any garage or driveway. Catch them now at your Inland Northwest Honda dealer. Honda can handle it.
21 minutes after the hour, the Texas Rangers won the American League pennant going to the World Series. For the first time since 2011, no problems. They took care of Houston at Minute Maid Park last night, winning Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. 11-4 was the final. Adolis Garcia was the series MVP. He went 4 for 5 with a couple of home runs and 5 RBIs. For manager Bruce Bochy, this is the 4th team he's taken to the Fall Classic.
All right, fellas, real quick. First of all, I'm going to tell you what an honor and privilege it is to manage such an incredible team with so much heart and determination. Came in here against all odds. You went in Tampa, you went in Baltimore. I can't say I've ever seen more heart. So thanks, and I'm going to add this. Congrats on wearing the horns in Texas and going to the World Series.
The Rangers, even though they haven't had a particularly good home record this year, will have home field advantage for the 119th World Series. Who they're going to play? Don't know. The World Series starts on Friday. All they need now is an opponent. Tonight we'll find out. It is Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Arizona forcing Game 7 yesterday. They beat the Phillies 5-1. The Diamondbacks getting back-to-back home runs from Tommy Pham and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The first inning, and that kind of led the Phillies fans kind of sat on their feet. The rest of the time didn't really happen. Game 7 tonight, 5:07 on TBS. Good news, of course, Seahawks, they won Sunday. They're 4-2. 49ers lost last night to Minnesota. San Francisco's 5-2. There is bad news, though. Edge rusher Uchenna Nwosu is gone for the rest of the season. Coach Pete Carroll confirmed Monday that Nwosu suffered a pectoral muscle injury during the win over the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's got a pec injury that's going to probably require surgery. Yeah, that's what we're hearing right now.
So that long-term thing then? Or?
Yeah. Well, we got to count on the rotation. We've had a rotation going the whole time, and we'll just continue that. It challenges it though. Chenna's a fantastic football player and a great team member. He's such a tough guy and such a heady player and so consistent. He's always really physical, so he always sends the right message. We really will miss him.
Are they going to make any roster moves to replace him? Pete says probably not. We'll just have to make do with what we have right now. Meantime, let's talk more Seahawks. Geno Smith, of course, threw for a couple of touchdowns in the victory over the Cardinals, but he also threw a costly interception deep in Arizona's territory, and Coach Carroll was asked about that interception on Monday.
The interception should never have happened, but let me go this way. I thought Geno played a great game. He completed 75% of his passes and, terrific rating to a couple of great touchdowns. Had some big plays in the game. The couple of scramble shots that he had, the great throw that he had to Noah. Ran for a first down, which was great. The best thing that happened for us yesterday offensively, we were converting third downs. We hit 7 out of 13, and G was all over those. He scrambled to get one of them and hit a bunch of other ones. That's just a change in the rhythm of our style, and it's something that we got to capture it because we're capable. We got the guys that can run the routes. We protected well. He can throw it. It's just been a bit of a mystery for us to be behind the numbers like in third down. So this is what we should do. So I'm hoping that we can keep that going. I think Geno had a really good game coming off the other game, which there was some scrutiny, and he took some heat and all that, and he's not going to be happy with his game unless it's perfect, you know, so. But the throw on the sidelines, we just got, that's one he can't make, and he knows that.
Seahawks remain at home this Sunday. Browns coming to town. 1:05 kickoff on Fox. The Kraken begin a 4-game road trip. They're in the Motor City tonight, taking on the Red Wings. The Kraken are not playing particularly well. They are 2-7 so far this year. 5:15 is when they drop the puck on Root Sports Northwest. Closer to home, the Wenatchee Wild will try to make it 3 wins in a row in Western Hockey League play tonight. They beat Vancouver and Brandon over the weekend. Now they host Kamloops Blazers at the Town Toyota Center tonight. The puck drops at 6 o'clock. Tickets at WenatcheeWildHockey.com. If you can't attend, you can listen to the game with Austin Drade on 560 KPQ. One prep volleyball game on Monday. Small schools. Tenaska swept 3 sets from Orville in B League play. And, of course, there's a full slate tonight. Bridgeport will visit Okanagan at 6:30 in volleyball. Orville will host Lake Roosevelt. Manson visits Brewster. Central Washington 1B District Tournament gets underway in Waterville at 5:30. That's when Easton will take on Cascade Christian. That'll be followed by Thorpe and Pateros at 7, and the tournament continues Thursday at Waterville and Antioch. Elsewhere, Ephrata visits Grandview at 6:30. Chelan will host Omak tonight. Wenatchee visits Moses Lake in volleyball. Eastmont will host West Valley. Prep girls soccer schedule gets underway at 4 this afternoon. Chelan hosts Omak. Brewster will visit Okanagan, and Tenaska will take on Bridgeport. Manson will be at Liberty Bell at 4:30. At 5 o'clock, it's Ephrata visiting Grandview. Pateros is at Lake Roosevelt at 5:30. Wenatchee will host Moses Lake at 6. Quincy visits Cashmere at 6:30. Eastmont is at West Valley at 7. And as Wenatchee celebrates seniors tonight on the pitch, as the Panthers host Moses Lake, we will be there. The game time, 6 o'clock at Leibofta Field at the Apple Bowl. So tonight's game will be streamed on our Facebook page. It'll be live on TV at 7:30 with Sebastian Malaga and Matt Wiesen on the call. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this 24th day of October. Happy National Bologna Day, or Bologna. Bologna. Yeah, it comes from central Italy. The Bologna area of central Italy is where it started. But it was very popular back in the 17th century. But it was actually German immigrants who brought bologna as we know it to the Americas, because when the Germans began to come to this country in the 18th and 19th centuries, bologna wasn't anywhere to be had. They loved it in Europe, and they came to the Americas, and there was no bologna, so they made their own of whatever was sitting around. Chicken, pork, beef, turkey, whatever. And that's where American bologna comes from. And then bologna during the Great Depression became quite popular because it was about the cheapest meat you could buy and consume. I mean, bologna is, after all, pretty darn inexpensive, and so mothers all over this country began to pack bologna sandwiches into their kids' brown bags for school lunches back in the 1930s. Because it was inexpensive, folks began to rely on it, and now it's a staple of lunch, especially amongst the kids. I can't remember the last time I had a bologna sandwich. It's been a while, but I probably ate my fair share when I was younger. It's 28 minutes after the hour today. In history, it was her birthday. She didn't have any money, so she thought, I'm going to do a crazy stunt to make me rich. Her name, Annie Edson Taylor. And on this date, in 1901, October 24th, 1901, 122 years ago today, Annie Edson Taylor goes over Niagara Falls in a barrel. Homemade barrel. It was made of oak and iron. She stuck a mattress in it, hopped in, and said, here we go. She tried to get a whole bunch of people to help her. Nobody would help her because this is suicide. You're going to die. Just go into, it's just a barrel with a mattress. You're going to go inside of it. So she did. And she survived. Probably would have been better off if she hadn't survived, because then all these idiot people got the idea that they could make fame and fortune for themselves by going over Niagara Falls in a barrel. She was the first. Did she make any money? Did she get any monetary gain out of it? Nope. She died a few years later, Annie Edson Taylor. She toured the country with the barrel. I'm the woman who went over Niagara Falls in a barrel, but nobody really paid her any money. She died penniless in Niagara Falls a few years later. Kind of crazy. Black Thursday, 94 years ago today, October 24th, 1929. Stocks had been falling a little bit at a time, and then it was propped back up again by rich Wall Street bankers who kept the stock market. Everything's fine, everything's cool. But on Thursday, October 24th, 1929, they couldn't stop the flood, and Black Thursday hits the New York Stock Exchange. Some people consider this the beginning of the Great Depression. There are others who say it contributed, but it wasn't the sole reason for the Great Depression. In any event, Black Thursday strikes the New York Stock Exchange as the percentage of stocks being traded and available. It was about as bad as it could get 94 years ago today. Happy 92nd birthday to the busiest bridge in the world. The George Washington Bridge, which connects New Jersey to northern Manhattan, opens to traffic October 24th, 1931 over the Hudson River. It is the busiest bridge in the world. 300,000 vehicles cross the bridge every day. That's 110 million vehicles a year. When they built the George Washington Bridge, they did three things correct. It opened up 9 months ahead of schedule. It opened up $15 million under budget. And when they built it, it only had one deck, the upper deck. But they built it in a way that if they ever needed to do a lower deck, they could do it. And so they did that in the 1940s because it proved to be terribly popular. It's 14 lanes, and it's pretty damn impressive. And as not surprisingly, for the average automobile to cross from New Jersey into New York City, it costs $17. It costs nothing to go from Manhattan to New Jersey. It's free. A friendly reminder, you're not going to an unimportant place when you're crossing the George Washington Bridge into New York. It's 92 years old today. 69 years ago today, the French had pulled out of South Vietnam, said this isn't any good. The communist North Vietnamese were starting to make a little noise about unifying the country. We had been through this before, of course, with Korea. And on this date in 1954, Dwight Eisenhower said, we got your back, South Vietnam. Don't worry. If anything happens, we'll be there for you. Wasn't just Lyndon Johnson, folks. Friendly reminder of that. 32 minutes after the hour, couple of birthdays. Bill Wyman is 87 years old today. For 30 years, he was the bassist of the Rolling Stones from 1962 until 1993. Then he was smart enough to leave the band. He said, I'm old. I shouldn't be playing rock and roll, at least touring anymore. And he left the band entirely in 1993. Makes occasional appearances. He's in their new album. On tours, he would make guest appearances, cameo appearances. But Bill Wyman has this very interesting claim to fame, and I'm not making this up. In 1993, the year Bill Wyman left the Rolling Stones, his son Stephen Wyman married Patsy Smith. Patsy Smith was the mother of Bill Wyman's ex-wife, Mandy. Did you get all that? So that means Bill Wyman in 1993 became his own son's ex-son-in-law, the ex-father-in-law of his ex-mother-in-law, and the step-grandfather of his ex-wife. Happy 87th to Bill Wyman. And F. Murray Abraham is 84. Of course, he won the Best Actor Oscar for Amadeus in 1984. In 1993, when they were shooting that god-awful movie, Surviving the Game, right here in the Wenatchee Valley, F. Murray Abraham came into my store, my record store, bought a bunch of CDs. Nice guy. I said, can I call you F? And he said no. But he's 84 years old today. Going to take a break. Mike McNally's got an opinion, and then it's all but a done deal. But if you need a new Wenatchee Valley YMCA, and guess what? We need a new Wenatchee Valley YMCA. Dory Foster kicked off their capital campaign last Thursday, and then she paid me a visit how you can get involved with Dory Foster, the CEO of the Wenatchee Valley YMCA. When we come back, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
The Clearwater Saloon and Casino has the best Vegas-style games in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy yourself and discover the nightly action. Win big and meet new friends at the Clearwater Saloon and Casino. At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
In today's environment, risk management assessment is a crucial process for your business. Risk assessment will identify, evaluate, and mitigate hazards. Don't let risk impact your business income, reputation, operations, and your overall success. We can give you peace of mind by transferring your business risks to the insurance providers. Call Stacy at August Edge Insurance today to schedule a risk management assessment for your business.
This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Renaissance artist Michelangelo. Now, come on, that man, he was an incredible genius, and his sculptures are nothing short of miraculous. Good grief. Thinking of him often makes me wonder, where are the similar geniuses of today? I have to admit, among others, I think Pete Townsend of The Who is one. Really. I mean, despite his drinking, drugging, and libertine lifestyle, which actually, frankly, puts him in the company of other artistic geniuses, his creation of the rock opera Tommy, as well as many of his other works, puts him right up there. Now, Alan Turing, the father of the theoretical science that broke the Nazi naval Enigma code, is certainly another. And another one of my favorites, a comic genius, Steve Harvey of Family Feud. Oh, come on, that guy is incredible. Tell me I'm wrong. Well, maybe not as genius as Michelangelo, but genius in a different way. Steve Harvey. Gotcha, dude. Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Welcome to the Columbia Basin Dispute Resolution Center. We are a local nonprofit serving Grant and Adams counties, helping businesses and people resolve difficult issues so they can move toward a better future. We offer help with workplace disputes, residential issues, family matters, and can train your staff in conflict prevention and resolution skills. Call us at 509-237-8401 to learn more.
This is Grace, and this is her world record-holding guinea pig with an iconic name, Abby.
She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the highest bar jump by a guinea pig. I ride horses and I jump, so I kind of thought it'd be interesting to teach my guinea pig to jump like my horse does.
One day she came out of her room and looked at us, and I said, "Did you get it?" And she said, "Yeah, we got it."
After we won our award, we came to Abby's to celebrate.
Campfire North Central Washington, serving youth ages 3 to 18. Register today in one of Campfire's programs. Club members meet regularly with volunteer leaders to learn responsibility, sharing, cooperation, and citizenship. When a child is involved in Campfire, they will be actively learning and engaged in activities, encouraged to learn new skills, feel a part of the group, learn to work in a team setting, participate in planning, goal setting, and making lasting memories.
D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee provides financial services for independent-minded clients working to secure their futures. Whether it's helping construct your personal financial, retirement, or estate plan, they start with a disciplined approach and straightforward advice. An individualized approach is rooted in the values, stability, and strength their company was founded on in 1935. With offices coast to coast and personal attention you deserve right here in the Wenatchee Valley, learn more about D.A. Davidson.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Welcome back to the program. When the iconic Wenatchee Valley YMCA building in downtown Wenatchee at the intersection of Orondo and Cheland opened its doors for business, William Howard Taft was the President of the United States. William Howard Taft. People, I'm going to gild the obvious lily. We need a new headquarters, Wenatchee Valley YMCA. We've needed one for 50 years, and that process has begun. They're calling it the Building What Matters campaign, and here to talk about it, we love Dory Foster, and you will too. She is the CEO of the YMCA. This has been something that's been on your radar and the people, your predecessors, for 25, 30 years, hasn't it?
Easily, maybe even before that. Yeah, it was early on where we realized we need more space, we need to serve better. Accessibility has always been an issue. It was originally built for a men's housing unit way back 113 years ago, so it's been adapted every which way, and we just can't do it any longer.
Yeah, it's as simple. It's outlived its usefulness. The building itself is unbelievably structurally sound, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere, regardless of what they're going to end up with their new deal. But it's kind of funny. Ironically enough, this might have actually been expedited quicker if you hadn't been able to get the extra parking down the block by the police station. I mean, if that lot didn't open up and which freed up the parking problem, you may be in a new building right now. But let's not, let's take what we can. We're moving forward. When did the process of, wait a minute, the PUD is moving out to their new service center. It's going to take a long time. Talk about the background of eventually saying this piece of property at the corner of 5th and the Avenue might be just perfect for us. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we didn't want to make mistakes on this one, so we did a lot of data with a third-party developer that allowed us to really explore and interview. We came up with options for our current facility, including leveling it and bringing it back up, but the community said we need you to stay in the downtown corridor, and if Cheland PUD is moving out, this is a perfect opportunity because that could be a blight, right? So we had our eye focused on that since the moment they announced. I got in there and toured it, and I feel like it's a perfect spot, and the community said it is, so that's where we decided. Part
of the job of the Cheland-Douglas Regional Port District is to drive the economic engine of the Wenatchee Valley. They stepped in as a partner to help you expedite this whole thing. Talk about this three-way marriage, if you will, between your organization, Dan Frazier, and the fine folks at the Cheland PUD and the Cheland-Douglas Regional Port Authority. How does that all work together?
Yeah, so early on, the PUD asked the port to look at master developers, and there were 9 or 10 at one point that were interested. We met with all of them. They were all willing to donate the land to the Y. At the end of the day, it didn't look like it was going to pan out, as you well know. And when the PUD made the announcement that they were going to be the developers, we thought, well, we're not going to get the land donated any longer, but this might be a better opportunity, and sure has proven to be that way. We have had donors that have stepped up and allowed us to look at our future, so we have an expanded site now, so much more than we would have gotten with a master developer.
And it's amazing that the actual members of the YMCA have stuck with it for so long, despite the fact that it's such an outdated building. But they love the organization, they love what they do for the community, and you would think with a building that's 114 years old that you would be losing members. You're not. If anything, you're bulging at the seams.
Yeah, and it's, I love our legacy, I call them legacy members, because they've been there, they grew up at the Y, they learned to swim at the Y, they did they helped us in volunteering, and but there are some members that have been there for 60 years, 70 years, right? And never miss a day. They still don't.
Thursday, October 19th, they had a get-together at the local event center, the Pybus Public Market, and you rolled out the campaign. You're calling it Building What Matters. It was a packed house. It went well.
It did.
You got a little momentum going here. Talk a little bit about what happened on Thursday the 19th.
Yeah, so up until this point, it's been the quiet phase of the campaign, just having one-on-one conversations. So last night we showed everyone in the community what we've been working on, the schematic design, the reasons, the whys, the hows, the whats, all of it, including the cost, right? Because everything comes at a cost, and as a nonprofit, we are fundraising for all of it. It's a $25 million campaign, so we announced to the community what we're doing and asked for them to support us.
Yeah, it's going to run you $25 million to buy the property, build it, develop it, all that other stuff. You're $11 million so far into the kitty at this point. At what point can you say, okay, we're going to make this happen, let's break ground? Is that pie in the sky thinking right now, or do you have to have the $30 million in the bank before you can do anything?
We don't have to have the $30 million in the bank because a lot of the funding will come in after the fact. So state funding, federal funding won't be for 7 years if we do get selected for new market tax credits. State funding is all reimbursable. So no, we don't have to. The plan is to close on the property before the 31st of March, start demolition for the backside of the property, and have a new Y by 2025, fall 2025.
You brought a video with you that you showed on Thursday, the 19th. This is about 70, 80 seconds long. Dory is going to narrate as we show the video. I'm going to ask you to use the monitor here in our television studio. You folks at home, please use your televisions if you don't mind. Let's roll the tape, and Dory, walk us through this.
Sure. So some of the design principles are inclusivity, expandability, flexibility, and what is unique to Wenatchee. And you can see a downtown Y with outdoor communal space is going to be key. You're looking at the aquatic center, a drop-off zone. Parents told us they wanted to see their kids checking in, their older kids checking into the Y and not have to leave their car. We're looking at the community room now, which is outdoor space. There will be great outdoor breakout space. And then into our child watching kids zone. So that's a service where we watch your littles for you while the parents are taking care of themselves and the rest of the facility. So outdoor play space for the kids is going to be amazing. I'm excited for that one because we don't get to keep them in, we have to keep them inside right now. So as we're walking into the Y, you can see the aquatic center to your right. It is a 2-story facility with the aquatic center, gymnasium, community spaces and program spaces on the first floor. But on a centrally hubbed location, we can see all points. There's not one place in this Y where you can't see somewhere else, if not also outside. So you can see the aquatic center there. And to the right, the left rather, of the welcome desk is our community room, my favorite room. You can see the teaching kitchen is on the right there to that woman standing there, and then the breakout space. This will be rentable, this will be usable for our members. I see great things happening in this space. To the right of the welcome desk is, you can see straight ahead is our rec center, and then the hallway to our child watching kids zone. Again, we're watching your kids while the parents are in the building. This is crawling through elementary school.
Wow.
Yeah.
And an outdoor play area. Can't do that downtown, can you?
No, not in our current facility. But the other game changer is this universal locker room. We heard from many people in the community, disabled community, so there are 4 fully handicap accessible locker rooms and changing areas for people that just need, like dads taking their daughters in for swim lessons. But one of these rooms will be fully adaptable for a lift and adult changing area. Aquatic Center is the game changer of this for this community. We have 2 pools, one warmer, one colder, lap swimming. There's a ramp there to the warmer pool, swim lessons, aqua therapy, lap swimming, water lilies, aqua exercise. Our game changer will be, we want to prevent drowning, youth drowning in this valley, and we can do that with this aquatic center.
And it opens up for many more programs, because although the pool at the current Y is an indoor year-round pool, it's basically the size of a large bathtub.
Yes.
And it is constantly being used, constantly. Yes. This allows you, with a couple of different pools, to have different swimming and aquatic activities going on at the same time, which you can't do right now.
No, we can't. Yeah, and you know, this walking track is going to get used. We have 5 seasons with the smoke season, so we know this will get used. And imagine yourself in an early morning yoga class in this group exercise studio. And then the gymnasium that you'll see soon is full basketball size, not half the court that we have, which means it's 2 youth basketball courts, 3 pickleball, 1 volleyball, 2 badminton, futsal, the whole shebang. We are excited. And some of the inclusive design on this is colorblind accessible lines on the courts, right? High contrast. You see the walking track was bright blue. That's because people need to be able to see that. Visually impaired can see small amounts and they rely on high contrast. So we're excited to be a part of that.
Nothing in the old building works anymore. It just doesn't. The stairways are narrow. There are racquetball courts, and nobody really plays racquetball much anymore. That takes up much needed square footage. You've done the best you can as you've expanded and gone left, right, and everything, but you're done. It just doesn't work anymore.
No, it doesn't.
It's as simple as that.
It really is, and it was probably antiquated, to your point earlier, about 30, 40 years ago, right?
What's it like working with a blank slate? Okay, we have a hunk of property, the old building is going away, and we get to do basically whatever we want to do within reason.
Yeah.
That must be like sugar on the ice cream.
It is really exciting for me personally. I've been in the Y movement for 23 years, but you know, there's other Ys before us that have done this, been there. We have done so much learning from them, and COVID has changed the scope of work a little bit, right? We're seeing that in the new, not necessarily the new designs as much as how people are using the Y. And our demographics have shifted since COVID, and this facility will help facilitate all of that. The fact that we are not serving our community, you know, we say we profess to serve all, we are not serving the disabled populations. The 3 sets of stairs that you have to get through to get to the Y, yeah, unreasonable.
And of course, the costs of maintaining a building that old, heating and all that other stuff. Let's get this baby going. Let's build what matters. Before we do the big ask, and I'll do it if you want me to, Dory. I don't care. I love the Y. One more thing. The location you can't ask for a better location.
No.
I mean, you're just, what, 2.5, 3 blocks from the riverfront?
Yes.
You're still in downtown. All the parking in the world. The location is like, come to us.
Yes, absolutely. This is really a generational decision and a legacy project. There is no other place we could have gone if the PUD didn't move. And we knew that early on that we were a little concerned with the downtown corridor with the PUD employees leaving. But now, we're going to have more employees where the traffic going there will be more than what it was to the PUD. So I hope the downtown corridor is happy. I hope the city's happy. And I'm confident that our old building will serve a secondary purpose and will still have life in it.
Mayor Frank Kuntz is on board of the City of Wenatchee. Jerry Lee Crawford from the City of East Wenatchee. Your chairman of the fundraising committee is Rufus Woods, an iconic figure in this town. You have a short little video from Rufus. Can we show that?
We do. Please do. Yeah.
Let's show the video right now.
Hi, I'm Rufus Woods, retired publisher of the Wenatchee World. My family's been involved with the YMCA since it was founded. This old building has served great for a lot of years, but it's no longer serving the community. So, it's got a very small gym, it's got a small pool, it's a lot of stairs, so it's not very accessible. So we're talking about building a brand new state-of-the-art YMCA down at the 5th Street campus of the PUD. YMCA is a foundational part of our community. It's the glue that holds our community together. So I want it to be relevant for kids and families for the next 100 years. So that's why I'm investing in it. That's why I'm asking other people to support this campaign.
Where do we go from here, Dory? What can we, as the general public in the Wenatchee Valley, and this is the Wenatchee Valley's YMCA, that's what it's called. Where do we go from here? How do we help you out? How do we make this dream come true?
I appreciate that. So we have quite a bit of a delta to close on the public side of the private donations, about $5 million. We have a 5-year pledge period, and right now we have a $900,000 match on the table for anybody giving between now and Thanksgiving to be able to support us. So I asked the other night, think of a number that you want to donate to the Y. And then I want you to take that times 5 and put that every year for the next 5 years. And that is the legacy that can be brought to this community through individual donations.
You may not even been inside the Wenatchee Valley YMCA building, but I'm telling you, these folks do incredible work. It's everybody's YMCA. There's no question about it. And keep in mind, for the kids, they take care of a lot of kids around here who need taken care of. Nobody's turned away from the Y because they can't afford it. Nobody is. If the kid needs a helping hand, that's what you guys are there for. It's your mission.
That's our mission. That's our promise.
Yeah.
That is our guarantee. And most people don't know that we serve over 440 kids a day in our licensed child care facilities that aren't in our YMCA. There are 7 locations in 3 school districts, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of what we can do.
Let's do it happen, folks. It's Building What Matters. The campaign is underway in earnest, and I know because I talked to Ernest, and he's on board too. Dory, let's make this a regular thing. Maybe every 3 or 4 months, can you come back and visit me?
Please.
You have an open invitation, all right?
Thank you.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
Hey folks, Lehman here with Crown Furniture and Mattress. Folks, there's no question if you're looking for top quality furniture and mattresses, Crown Furniture and Mattress is the place for you. Whether it's Flex Steel's patented blue steel spring, Englander's 120 years of innovation, or Stan's incredible comfort. Folks, we have it all. So stop by and see us today at 736 South Wenatchee Avenue.
Hi, this is Kelly, owner of the Original Children's Shop in downtown Wenatchee. We carry the latest in quality children's wear like Riley & Crew, Kite Baby, Little Sleepies, and more. Come visit us for Mommy and Me styles, diaper bags and strollers, and great books and toys for all ages. I look forward to meeting you soon at the Original Children's Shop.
37 degrees here in the Wenatchee Valley. We have a winter weather advisory. It begins at 11 o'clock tonight, goes until 11 o'clock Wednesday night, and we could be waking up tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, with a little bit of light snow right here in the Wenatchee Valley. That magic number, the snow level is going to go down overnight tonight to about 2,600 feet, and then by sunrise tomorrow, it'll be at about 1,800 feet, and that's certainly the Wenatchee foothills. You folks in the Waterville Plateau, you're going to get 2 to 3 inches of snow up there. Here in the valley floor, maybe about an inch of snow. Again, right around 6:30 to 7:30 tomorrow morning is that window that we think that we have the best chance of getting some light snow here in the valley. It is a rather robust cold weather system. It's not only bringing in a bunch of cold air, but it's cold, moist air. We're going to see mostly rain, but a rain-snow mix and then a little bit of light snow on Wednesday morning, so get ready for that. Mountain Pass is going to get a lot of snow. They have a winter storm warning. Their magic number is 3,000 feet and above. Heavy snow in the mountain passes. The same timeline, by the way. Overnight tonight through all of Wednesday into about midnight Wednesday night. Stevens is going to get 7 to 12 inches of snow. I-90, Snoqualmie is going to get about 3 to 6 inches of snow. Blewett's going to get about 6 to 10 inches of snow. And then, as we mentioned before, it's ushering in some cold air, and it's going to get really, really cold. Starting really overnight Wednesday night into Thursday, we're going to see overnight lows below freezing, 28 or so for the overnight low tomorrow night into Thursday, and then Thursday night, 29, and then mid-20s for overnight over the weekend. Close to record-breaking low temperatures heading into the weekend. Without further ado, from the National Weather Service, again, the winter weather advisory is from 11 o'clock tonight to 11 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll top off at about 51 or 52 under lots of clouds. Chance of rain increases as the day progresses, and then we're going to see some rain overnight tonight into Wednesday. Again, the snow level is going to hover right around 2,600 feet, excuse me, and drop down to 1,800 feet. So a little bit of light snow tomorrow. Snow exits midday Wednesday, and then just cold, especially the overnight lows. That's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Has 3 school board races up for decision this November. One of the candidates for one of those races joins me today, Martin Barron, running at large. Having spent 4 years on the board during a really tumultuous period, what do you feel like you've learned about steering a family of schools that you could then bring to another term?
I'm going to begin almost that it's more work than you realize, but you get back to a board needs to be collegial and work as a group. Statute-wise, our only authority is as a group. And in order to do that, you have to treat everybody with respect, and you also have to recognize how to work to something that is either a consensus or close to it, and take joint responsibility for it. And once we've made a vote, even if you